Well, good morning, and thank you for waking up with Scooter Pops this morning. We're headed down to a town called Sacaton, Arizona. It's a little bit southeast of Phoenix. You're really going to enjoy this little town. But, before we go, you'll notice I have my New York Yankee hat on. I wear it in honor of my dad, who is probably the Yankees' #1 fan. With a New York Yankee hat, you've got to have a New York breakfast before you ride, right? So, coffee, toasted buttered bagel, and then we'll be off on the ride. So thanks for joining me today. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and I promise you a very, very cool little town today.
So we're still in Chandler, but South Chandler, near Riggs Road and Arizona. If you recall, a couple of weeks ago, we visited the Chandler Entertainment District, which is one of the hottest night spots in the Phoenix metropolitan area. And that was at Boston Street and Arizona Avenue. But this is going to be a little bit farther south on Route 87, and that would be at Sacaton. We're going to visit C.H. Cook Presbyterian Church. We're going to visit the downtown Main Street area, and we're going to talk a little bit about the history of the Gila River Indian Reservation. As you know, there is Native American blood in my body. My mom was Swedish and Arapaho. Her mom was full Arapaho, and her dad was Swedish. His name was Oscar Walter Fabian Rusland. We're headed into the Gila River Indian community right now. As you can see, the homes on the right, pretty cookie cutter, but nice places to live. It's very quiet here. I'm not sure if you have to be a Native American to live on the reservation. I believe you have to have a certain percentage and be able to prove that you are Native American, but I'm not exactly sure, so don't take my word for it, okay? If you're Native American and you'd like to live in this area, then you probably have to do a little bit more research than what I can provide. I like the fact that they use a lot of solar technology to power the lighting here. That's pretty cool. Sacaton has a very high poverty level. It's the third in the state of Arizona. I'm headed over to the C.H. Cook Presbyterian Church. I'm hoping that either they've rebuilt the church or the remains are still there so that we can take a look at it. It was the oldest Presbyterian church in the state of Arizona, founded by Charles Cook. He was a missionary who set out from California many, many years ago and headed to Arizona, stopping along the way to preach the gospel and to also minister to those who need Christ. There it is, the First Presbyterian Church, right there on your right, well actually my left. So directly behind me is the C.H. Cook Presbyterian Church that burned down a few years ago. You can see the only thing that remains is the front of the structure. We're going to try to get a little bit more pictures and a little bit better video than that, but this has an amazing history. C.H. Cook, or Charles Cook as he is known, came from California as a missionary and basically walked from California to Arizona proclaiming the gospel. This is the oldest Presbyterian church in the state of Arizona. Sad to see that it has burned down, but it looks like they have another smaller annex building where maybe they still hold services. Sacaton, Arizona is the capital of the Gila River tribal community, and all of these buildings that you see here on the left are actually governmental buildings. First one on the left here is the Bureau of Indian Affairs, and that of course being the United States federal building. This is the PEMA agency in Sacaton, and this is the U.S. Department of Interior building.
check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Behind me is the Sacaton skate park. Doesn't look like it's very operational right now, but I'm sure probably in the cooler months, a lot of kids come down here and use the half pipe. This is the BMX park right here behind me, where you can actually bring BMX bikes and come in and ride on the half pipe and the quarter pipe. Doesn't look like it's very operational, much like the skate park, but who knows? It could be that it's because of the hot weather, and maybe this opens back up in the fall. Well, from what we can see here, it doesn't look like the baseball field gets very much use either. It's very unkempt, trash everywhere, pretty much overgrown. Even the play areas are roped off, and it looks like they are closed. I know this is very hard to see, but behind this screened fence is the brand new District 3 Multi-Purpose Center. I don't really know the date or the time that it will be opened, but it is definitely a beautiful new facility. This is the new St. Anthony's Church that is being built right now, after the previous one was also burned down, just like C.H. Cook. As you can see in the distance is all the crosses at this Catholic cemetery. I'd like to be able to get in there and look at some of the crosses, but I don't appear to have access to it. Most of these don't even have gravestones or headstones. Some of these are handmade, artificial flowers, and other memorials set up for folks. So if you take a look behind me, we're at the Catholic Church Road Cemetery in Sacaton, Arizona. A lot of the people are just financially poor and couldn't even afford headstones or gravestones. So they basically have wooden crosses that they put together with the person's name on it, celebrating their life.